Howdy, folks. For the next few minutes, I will be your host and your guide, Tim Bass. Together, we will travel deep into heroes' realms. Through stories, we hope to inspire you to greatness and hope to emblazon your heart with the spirit of adventure. Today's story, we join the king as he ponders the impact of a dragon headed straight for his kingdom. We hope that from this story, you will understand the importance of courage and the necessity for overcoming fear, but also the responsibility of fatherhood and of sovereignty. So, without further ado, I proudly present Lambs Become Lions.
We begin our story with the king, rushing to his balcony at the sound of the mighty bellow of the drake horn. Its ominous sound carried down from the watchtower high above Kingvale Keep. His eyes are steeled on the horizon, the silhouette of a massive beast barreling ever closer toward his people below. The king turns to prepare for battle and join the ranks of his men gathering below. Far to the east, a shadow looms in the failing sun. A massive black drake flies straight for Kingvale, a town not so unaccustomed to the presence of these destructive creatures as they would like. Before passing back into the hall, the king's eyes catch glimpse of a small boy just around the corner. The boy is frozen in fear from his perch atop the banister. In that moment, the king is whisked away into a memory, one from many years ago. It has been 20 years or more since the king has thought of this moment. His first hunting trip with his father, the late king, his first encounter with a dragon. It was springtime in Kingvale, the sun setting just over the great tree as it towers over the wilds to the west. The late king had just picked up the trail of a deer, with young son following quietly behind, when it suddenly walked out into the open, presenting an opportunity. He quietly drew an arrow from his quiver, nocked it, and released, striking the animal cleanly. But before the animal could fall, a gargantuan drake swooped down and claimed it for its own. The young prince had only heard the dragoons talking about the drakes in the training grounds. He had always been kept inside when they attacked. This was the first time he had seen a live beast. His heart was in his throat, and he dug his nails into a nearby tree in terror. The late king finally took his eyes from the beast to find the boy shaking near a tree as he unblinkingly stared at the monster. The late king had never been known for having a gentle touch, nor a soft demeanor. His responsibilities as king, let alone the dangers of their world, left little space for mistakes without grave consequence. Still, he did his best to teach the boy rather than criticize.
"Stop your quivering, boy,"
The late king snapped in a sharp, raspy whisper, as not to alert the beast, who had not yet noticed them. Stern enough still to snap the boy out of his cowardly state. With the young prince now waiting attentively, the late king paused for a moment, softened his tone, and explained.
Fear serves you not. We are not born of courage, it is learned. When we find something to protect in this world, something to live for, courage is our reward. Always remember, fear may ever be present, but fear is never our master. Find your heart, and the strength will follow. Even lambs can rise to become lions when the flock is in need. This shall be your first lesson in courage, boy, but as I draw breath, it shall not be your last.
And with that lesson, our once young and terrified prince is snapped back to the present. Near 20 years has passed. Time has seen the loss of his father, a crown upon his head, a kingdom under his protection, and now a dragon seeking to destroy it. And more pressing still, a small boy that just needs his father. The king gently holds his hand out to his second-born.
Come, son. Fear is not our master. What have we always taught you?
Taking his father's hand, the boy hops off the railing, wipes the tears from his eyes, and replies,
Even lambs can become lions.
Reaching down to lift his son into his arms, the king echoed the lesson of his father.
That's right. This shall be your first lesson in courage, my son. But as I draw breath, it shall not be your last. Now, let's get you to your mother.
Welcome back. I'm glad to see you got out of there before that dragon showed up. That story got me thinking. We don't have dragons, and most of us don't run kingdoms. But a lot of us do have children. A lot of us have a lot of responsibilities, people that rely on us. And it's easy to get gripped with anxiety and fear. But if we remember the late king's words, fear is never our master. If we act with courage, and if we support one another, we can overcome any obstacle. I truly hope that you enjoyed our story, Lambs Become Lions, here at Heroes Realm. I'm your host and your guide, Tim Bass. We will continue to bring inspiring and exciting adventure stories right here at Heroes Realms.
Thank you for listening to our story, Lambs Become Lions. Our hope was that you enjoyed the story as much as we enjoyed making it. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. Great stories inspire greatness and give us a light in our deepest darkness. Join us on our journey to telling great stories, and may they inspire you to being the hero in your own story.